Okay, guys, could you please let me know if you can hear me or not? And we will start the session. So essentially, we look at the issues that people are facing regarding IRC, DRC, compiler, server, whatnot, right? Uh, and then also we will solve a lot of questions from TCS NQT programming logic section. These are the most important questions because again, they had been there for the mock test that was also given. So you will try to also understand based upon these questions what all other question can also be asked in the exam, right? So I'll wait for other people to join in the meantime, as we do always. A short video will play, and then after that we'll start the session. In the meantime, I hope all the other people would also be joining us. Okay, so let's begin. Also, I'll show my face as well at the very same time, right? So let's begin the session. I would take the first 4 or 5 minutes to solve a lot of doubts that already a lot of people have regarding a few things, right? So first of all, this is something that we've not gotten to know. Some of the colleges that are partnered with Prep and Star, right? Those colleges have told us that this is the message that has been received by them from TCS's HR, right? So what they are saying here is, first of all, there is no negative marking, right? So that is the first most important thing. So there's no negative marking, which is a positive thing, right? The second thing is the exam is going to be adaptive in nature, right? So basically, if you're on question 1, you can't. So earlier what people were doing, let's say there are 10 questions, right? So what people were doing that, okay, they took the screenshots of all of these questions, sent it to their friends on WhatsApp, and then they told them the answers, and in the meantime they were also solving questions, right? So to avoid this, TCS has made the exam adaptive, that okay, if you are at question 1, if you want to go to next question, you have to mark question first, question number 1, and then only you can go to question number 2. Right. So in the sense, the exam is adaptive, but it has nothing to do that, okay, the level of difficulty of the question will increase or decrease based upon your right answer or wrong answers, just like AMCAT it does. But in this case, it wouldn't be happening like that. So it's adaptive in sense of that you cannot move to next questions without solving the previous one. However, it's not adaptive in the sense of the level of difficulty of the questions being increased or decreased as per you mark all of them, right? The third thing that we've also gotten to know is what TCS is saying, that first, you will not use pen and paper, right? There would be a on-screen rough area that would be provided to you. So there would be a button, there would be another button. So this button for calculator. So there's an on-screen calculator and then on-screen rough thing as well. So here you can't draw. So just like I am drawing, you can't draw. You can write though using keyboard, but I'm not sure what is this. If I write, I will be looking at the keyboard. What TCS also says that, okay, looking down, and again, this is based upon the messages that, a lot of colleges have gotten, looking down or putting your head down. So your eyes down or your head down is not allowed. Right. One more thing is, that we've gotten to know because of our hidden, resources here and there, that, the exam would be proctored, right? So in the sense, there would be, TCS has given a project to a different company, and those company will be, these people, their job is that, okay, they will have a screen. On that screen, just like in Zoom, so you will have, for example, you have 12 different people's screen. So let's say 12 different people are giving exams. So you will have live, uh, face of all of these 12 people, and one person will be managing or will be seeing these 12 people. And if in case he or she feels that you're cheating, so they will mark in your profile that, okay, I caught this person cheating, right? So, again, we are not sure about it 100%, but that is something that has gotten to know just from left and right shady people in the contacts that we have, right? So I'll not say it officially. This is something that somebody has told us. Again, maybe it would be wrong as well, right? This is not officially coming from TCS's end. So this is contacts, right? No negative marking is there. Okay. For all the people who are facing DRC issues, IRC issues, so essentially, if I'm to name down, to be honest, even I am a little irritated by the fact. But then again, for the help of the students, we've already communicated this to TCS. TCS Digital, there were exam issues. People gave the exam, and then, let's say you were not able to log in because of 503 errors, and then after you logged in, there were only 5 minutes left in the exam. So 20 minutes or whatever is the amount, 15 minutes were lost because TCS was not able to solve 503 errors. But TCS did not ask them to give the exam again. Students lost on time, right? Again, Code Vita also, many issues were there. IRC and DRC, all of us know how many issues are there. So, login ID, password issues are there. Then, some people who have tried multiple times to log in and multiple time password, their account has gotten blocked. So they are not able to log in, do anything in their TCS's profile. So again, that is there. Uh, One more thing, I'll also come about compiler. So if you're facing any such issues, the only solution is you email TCS. I guess they were not replying on Saturday and Sunday because it was off for them. But I guess today they are replying to you. Right. One more thing is, definitely compiler has a lot of issues. Uh, the same program, I've tried it. I myself have checked this. Right. I was trying the program for power of, let's say, 3 to the power of 7. There was some program like this. I was coding it, right? Same program was working in online GDB, and my local IDE, that is, I have something that I've installed. It was not working in TCS. I tried doing it in C++ and Python. Both of the time, it was not working. Then I changed my program a little bit. Somehow it was working, right? One more thing is that I saw, let's say the compiler gives you issues that, okay, you forgot to use a semicolon in line number 7. And that is very basic. These kind of errors are not displayed by TCS compiler. They'll just say that, okay, test case is not passing. They will not say that, okay, you have issue in line number 7 or line number 3, right? Somebody saying, yes, simple, some program is not working. So again, I don't know. What I will tell you is email TCS. Email TCS. This is again something that only can happen from students' end. They will take, so again, they will take the exam anyways because maybe they don't know about these compiler issues. Maybe their testing team doesn't know about it. So if you guys do not tell them, then it would be an issue. So I guess, can somebody send the email ID of TCS in the comment section? I'll write it down for all of you. Right. So again, let us begin today's session. I will take up all the questions later. All right. So essentially, I have this PDF, and this session is the most important session. So, uh, even though we are live for everybody on YouTube, but essentially this session is majorly focused upon the people who are part of our Prime course, or the people who are part of our Royal Pass course. Right. So this is a continuation of lecture for all of you people, but I'm still going live because, I thought it would be a little relevant for all the other people as well. How many of you are our online class or Prime students? Just let us know, because this is the session that is very, very important for all of you. right? You will be able to check how prepared are you for TCS NQT based upon what Prefinsta has taught you, right? So I'll open. Let's have a look upon all of these questions, right? So first, this is the question on your screen. So actually, you have to tell this. The first question is there, and this is the actual question, to be honest. I know there's some information that is missing, but this question was particularly wrong in TCS. Not wrong, missing. So I'll give you a little time. In the meantime, I'll just read all the comments that are there. But you can see the answer. I'm sorry. Okay, so I'll also show you this particular question. Okay, just give me 1 second. I'm really sorry about it. I was not able to log in here. So this is the particular question you are supposed to tell me. Again, options, some options are wrong. This also happened last time in TCS's exam. Again, yes, a lot of people. Also, more importantly, what I am looking for here is people who can tell me what is wrong. Right. So just give me 1 second. I'll just show you the screenshot of the actual question also, so that you can also check that, okay, this question is a little wrong in. Why is this not working? Just give me 1 second, guys. I'm really sorry about this. Five, 6, 8, 5, 6, 8, 5, 6, 8. Right. So actually what was missing here is they just mention what would be in order, right? So essentially, you have to calculate the in order traversal of this. In order traversal. Again, in order traversal. No order has mentioned. And that too, from my understanding, it is also incorrect. Right. So I'll start solving the in order. In order is always LRC. That is left. Not LRC. It is essentially left, center, right. LCR. Right. So if I'm to solve this, 5, 6, 9, 10, 8, 17, right, all of this. So this particular question, I want you to know that this particular question was incorrect in TCS, right? So again, maybe some of these questions, so as you can see, 5, 6, 8 is mentioned here, right? Actually 5, 6, 8 should not be there. It should in fact start with 5, 8, 9, not 5, 6, 8. It should be 5, 8, 9. So none of the options are correct. This question was incorrect in TCS as per my understanding, right? So again, anyways, let us move to the next particular question, right? So I will, very quickly. So I don't even want to discuss this particular question because this is incorrect here. So let's go ahead to the next one. I'll just copy paste this. You have to You're supposed to tell me what would be the answer for particularly this one again. No options matched. Again, I'll not even tell you why this is incorrect. The last question. None of the options matched. Right. I'll also open side by side. Right. So you're supposed to tell me what would be the answer for a particular this question. So again, for the online class students that are there, from which you are able to understand, I always told you what is important. Learning in order, post order, pre order is important. In each and every online class that I took, even if it was about DSA, it was not about DSA. I always told you learning in order, post order, pre order, traversal is important. So again, a lot of you would be solving this particular question, but I'll utilize this time to also tell you to revise all of these things if you haven't already. You should be knowing in order, post order, and pre order. Right. Apart from that, this also reminds me about one more thing is that is infix, postfix, and prefix. Right. Also, both of the ways. So there is one quick way of solving infix, postfix, prefix, but that gives you 20% of the time it will give you wrong answer. Something that I've taught in my online classes. And then there's a longer way to solve infix, postfix, prefix. It will give answer 100% of the time correctly. But the shorter method gives the wrong answer 20% of the time. Right. So again, I'm hoping that some people would have answered this. Right. So it's very easy. Dikshita Garg bewafa hai. Okay. So I'll show you particularly for this one here. As you can see here, a lot of you would know that, this star, and this is for our online class students. I always told you that writing star is comparable to writing this. That is address of operator, right? So again, a lot of people who are not from our online class will not understand. This is essentially 2D array, right? Which is why if you've not even written or if you've not even specified the second one as well, this would work perfectly so that there is no error. A lot of people will be saying that, okay, 2D array without two brackets, there's no error, right? One more thing here is this one travels us. So again, if you say this bracket plus next bracket, right? So I'll say, let's say 2 comma 2. So in that case, what do I mean here is, I mean this I. Why? Because for the first one, I will move in rows. So I will, with the first two, I will move here, I will move here, and I will move here because this is 0, this is 1, this is 2 in the row side, right? And then this plus 2 is nothing but this second column, right? So in this particular case, you move 0, 1, and 2. So here, just you have to print I, and also do not print I and then an empty space after it. Make sure there's no empty space before, then make sure there is no empty space after. You are just supposed to print I in this particular case, right? So again, testing us, if you were able to solve it, that is perfect, right? Again, the next question I will show you, and it is essentially, all of you would be able to solve it more or less, but I want you to know how can you solve this question very quickly. How can you solve it within 5 seconds? That's exactly what I try to teach you always in my classes. Again, ideally, if you solve this in your way, it will take you 1 minute. But I'm going to teach you how can you use your brain quickly so that you can solve it within 5 seconds. So again, people are saying B. Is there chances of exam being postponing? I don't think so. It will cost TCS humongous amount of money if they postpone the exam, but maybe because there are some errors. So I don't know. Last 2 times it was postponed. So I can't even say it will be. I can't even say it won't be. But again, be ready for anything. Okay, sir, run the code in compiler. After this question, I'll run the previous one. So answer was not JKL. Answer for the last one is I. Yeah, it would be very difficult to solve this question. Again, all the online class students, I am, that is Prime Video and Royal Pass students, I am talking to you as of now. I don't care that other people will be using pen or paper, will not be using pen on paper. You guys will be using pen and paper, right? But make sure that, okay, like how you can see me, there would not be an AI. There's an actual person who's seeing you, right? So again, your pen and your paper should not be visible. So when I'm writing, right, I am not so basically you have to see, even though my eyes goes down, they'll ignore it. But then again, make sure that they're not able to see pen and paper. So all our online class students, use pen and paper. Don't worry. Okay, so I'll solve this question again. So what a lot of people will do, they'll try to put all of these values, blah. Okay, right. You know, this is a ternary operator. What ternary operator says is, let's say X question mark Y colon Z. Right. So, again, it will take more than 5 seconds for me to explain, but then I'll tell you. Okay. So essentially, very quickly, you check this condition X. If this is true, so you do Y. And if this is false, so you do Z. Right. So there are nested these things. So again, there is one here, there's one inside, and there's one inside. So nested ternary operators are there. Right. Now they are saying that, okay, M value should be 4. Right. So if I see this question mark, so I'm like, okay, either this statement will get implemented or this statement will get implemented, right? Now you see, you want an answer 4, right? In which of these options there is, and again, if I look closely, right, A, C, B, A, B, C. So A, B, C, out of all of them, which has the value 4 in this case? A doesn't have, doesn't have, doesn't have, doesn't have. C doesn't have, doesn't have, doesn't have, doesn't have. B has it, doesn't have, doesn't have, has it. So there is only one value, that is B, that has a value 4. So in this case, as an answer, I want B to win, because only B is the value that is, B is the only value that has 4 in A and in B, in D, A and D, right? So I go ahead and check when I'm like that, okay, in this particular statement, B is not there at all. So definitely, this particular statement would be true, right? You are done. You solved this question now. You know that you have to pick up one particular thing wherein you will get false, right? With which statement will you be getting false? That is D statement. 3 is greater than 4. Not true. In all of the other statements, the first statement will become true and it will go here. So I did not even put individual option 1, option 2, option 3, option 4. If I'm to solve, so this is how I would be solving, this is how my approach would be. I'm like, B, B, B is not here. So I want this particular condition to be true. For it to be true, 3 should be lesser than B. 3 should be lesser, A should be lesser than B. Not true, not true, not true, true. Solve. 5 to 10 seconds. Answer is D in this particular case. Answer is D, not A. Again, I'll slowly tell you, right? Only possible way for the M value to be 4 here is that either, so only possible value here is that, okay, B is equals to 4, B is equals to 4. Apart from that, I cannot see 4 value anywhere between A, B and C. So from that, I am able to deduce that my answer should be B, right? Of the whole nested operation, my answer should be B. So here, there is no B. Here, there is no B. Oh, sorry, here there is B, particularly here. Now, for me to reach this particular statement, my first statement should be false. So I will reach here. And how can I reach here? Only when my A value is or A greater than B, this particular condition is false. This is only possible when my A is 3 and B is 4, because in all the other conditions, 5 is greater than 4, 6 is greater than 5, 6 is greater than 3. Right. Again, I will not explain you. This lecture is more or less for our online class students and Prime Video. All of you would already know what ternary operator does. Right. So moving ahead further. Right. So you're supposed to tell again A B C D or 1 2 3 4, whatever is the answer. Do we need to code using command line argument, or can you can use scanner class also? Sir, exam time आंख बंद कर सकते हैं क्या? So actually I saw a very good meme yesterday. It was like breathing is also a malpractice in TCS or not. So I don't know, because it's very weird. You will be writing code for 45 minutes, right? Obviously you will be looking at your keyboard. How, again, I am coder. I know how to code. I know how to even write without looking at the keyboard. But one time every 10 seconds I will look at my keyboard. So which is why looking, even though they say is a crime and you should not be doing, I will say, my online class people, use pen and paper. Okay, so here most of the people have given the right answer, so that is correct. Circular linked list, again, just very clarifying all of your concept with our online class students. I always told you that, okay, if this is a linked list, so again, the next linked list. Okay, just give me 1 second. Then again, you would have your next linked list, and then the final linked list would be at null in the case of singly linked list, right? And if you add one more linked list, so it will not be added at the end, right? It will be added at the start of it, right? So it would be added here, right? And the head value will change from this to this, right? But in the case of circular linked list, the last one, the last node of the linked list is not pointing towards null. It is rather pointing towards the first node, right? So again, one more important thing is, if I add one more linked list here, let's say here, so I will have to change this to this now. So one more thing, just for maybe, because obviously you should know how to solve this question, but others one as well, right? TCS compiler is very bad. Yes, I had been saying this from the first video that we shot 4 or 5 months ago. So again, the answer is address of the first node. If you did not know that, in that case, it's a very easy question. Again, this question was repeated. Again, if actually this would have come in TCS somehow, obviously this is a mock test question, right? So this question would have had been repeated from Prep Insta. This question was there in our online classes video as well, earlier, even before TCS doing it, and it was there in our Prime mock as well. So both of the questions, this question was there. I specifically took a 10-minute concept in my C course to explain you this. Yeah. Take God's name and then give TCS's exam, because compiler is, again, I'm very sad to say this, A plus B is also giving wrong answer in TCS compiler. Somebody said so in the comment section as well. Prepinsa has taught and you are asking us this weak crap. Yes, so which is why we taught you advanced things so that you are ready for these easier things, right? So again, that's a good one. Whoever said so. It's good thing. Who said it? Pushpak Bhagat. Yeah, Pushpak. So again, it's a good thing that you have so much confidence that you are able to say that okay, these questions are very easy bullshit questions. Again, the last two elements would be 0. I'll tell you quickly. Again, it is language to language independent, but in this case, as you can see clearly, it is either C, C++, or Java. It's not Python. So which is why in this particular case, let's say if I initialize, why my pen is not working? Just give me a second. Just give me 1 second. Let me close other things so that my system works a little faster. Right. So let's say I initialize an array A of 5. Simple. And I close it down. So in this particular case, right, what would happen then? And I've not assigned it any values. So in that case, all the values would be garbage values, right? However, if I even assign one value, right, or let's say multiple values, and if I don't assign the last two, or let's say the last basically 2, 3 and 4 indexes, so in that case automatically all the values that would be assigned to it would be 0. So it is garbage when you don't give even one value. It is 0 when you give at least one value to it. Last, so again, not last 3, last 2 elements would be 0, not last 3. Is there any last 3 also in the option? D is the answer. Anyways, so again, I told exactly in my online class, people would remember this. Whenever I was teaching you data structures, just like I told that, okay, do post order, pre-order, in order, do postfix, prefix, infix. I always told you that forget the code of bubble sort, insertion sort, merge sort. Maybe do bubble sort for uh, maybe learning coding, right? It would be important in coding part, the concept to open up your brain, but don't do all of this. Don't learn insertion sort, merge sort, quick sort code. Just learn how they work so that you can solve it. And I always told you that, okay, uh, you will be asked a question that, okay, how, let's say in this particular question, it's something different, but almost the same. What I told was maybe they will ask you that, okay, in the third iteration, what does the array look like? So maybe they would have given you like 2, 17, 14, 31, so on and so forth, and then 4 options out of this, right? 4 options out of this. Rather than that, what they are essentially saying here is, well, okay, tell me the number of comparisons that would be made in this particular case, right? So I'll solve it very quickly for you, which is why, just make sure bubble sort, insertion sort, merge sort, binary search, and linear search, you are able to do all the iterations manually. And again, dear TCS, this question is very difficult to solve without using pen and paper. People are saying 1 is the answer. So in this case, choose ABCD, because 1 or 2, because of options, I will get confused. Answer in ABCD. Answer in ABCD. Okay, so rather than solving the whole question, so rather than giving you the answer, I will solve the whole iteration of it. Right. So I have, why my pen is not working properly? I have 25. Okay, so I'll tell you like how this is. Okay, so where is it? Crap. Okay, so 25, 17, 31, and 13, comma 2. Right. In fact, I have the answer. I'm having a little difficulty writing with the pen because somehow the computer is running slow. So I have the answer here. So first, in pass 1, there would be first interchange between this 25 and 17. 17 will come here, 25 will come here, because again, 25 is greater. Right. When you check 25 and 31, no interchange, because again, 25 is smaller, right? Again, when you look at 13 and 31, so again 31 and 13, so interchange would be there because again 31 is larger. So again in the next one, again 2 and 31 would be interchange because again 31 is greater. Now in the next iteration, 31 we've gotten already, so we will reduce the size of bubble sort. Now rather than 5 elements, there would be 4 elements in this case, right? Now again, no interchange because why? 17 is smaller than 25. Then again, interchange. Why? Because this 25 is greater than this 13. So which is why next step we will interchange them. Then again, 25 and 2, we will interchange them. Why? Because 2 is again 25 is greater. Right. Then again, we'll reduce the size of the array. Now they were asking us about pass 3. But to calculate pass 3, I have to also calculate pass 1 and 2, right? So again, I will do. So this is the array 17, 13. Right. So I will do 17 and 13. Interchange would be there. Why? Because 17 is greater. Then again, between 17 and 2, interchange would be there. Why? Because 17 is greater. So which is why in pass 3, there will be two comparisons. Answer here is two comparison and whichever options meet that. So again, actually this question is also wrong in TCS. This question is wrong in TCS. Wrong. I'm not saying right. Every year we see that okay, maybe one or two questions are wrong in TCS. This question is wrong. I'll tell you the reason why. Buy a new computer, sale is going on. Actually, I've bought a new computer, so I'm changing this computer. It has already been ordered. Maybe if I'll open Atulya ji, say Wingardium Leviosa to the pen and it will start working. Okay, Adil. Yes, Shrivas Maurya is right. Shrivas Maurya is right. Unbox here. Unboxing. Okay. I'll open Flipkart maybe. I've ordered a new laptop. Side by side, we'll open Flipkart and I'll do virtual unboxing. Okay, so the point here is actually there's no rocket science in this question, and which is why I told our online class students that okay, the questions of Java would be there, but it would be that easy that you don't have to learn Java at all. At all. Right? Now, there's nothing wrong here in this question. Right? Hello. So, what would be printed? Would be hello, user, and A of 1 is 2. But the point here is hello in one line, user in one line, 2, and this is not L, this is 2 in one line. However, they have given it as a box question. Now, again, there would be also one more thing is maybe I copied it incorrectly. I think there was a space after this hello, an empty space after this hello. I copy pasted it incorrectly. Okay, so you have to also make sure that okay, if there's any space, so you write an empty space after it, or your question would be wrong. The point here is you can't move to next line in this box. Right. So in the box you're supposed to write hello space, basically an empty space here, and then press enter, then user, and then press enter and 2. But this is not possible. So again, if in case, this is wrong question TCS, but then again, if in case you're supposed to write it, so you would be writing hello, then space user, and then no space 2. Because there's no, again, I'll tell you this question was exactly, I copy pasted it incorrectly. Actually, the question was this. There's a space after hello. So you can't, a lot of people would also think that, okay, maybe let me write \n. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Again, so again, the problem is, even though it's correct, but this particular thing will cause a lot of confusion in people. Why? Because there's print ln. So just like in C++, you have \n and then C or end L. In Java, either you write print, so it prints in the same line, but you can also move the cursor to next line after printing if you use print ln. Right. So which is why this question I will say is wrong, even though it may not be wrong completely, but it's partially wrong. So again, last year also 2 questions were wrong in TCS. I've taken previous live lectures on our YouTube and I've told that the question is wrong in the previous year in 2019 TCS also. So again, this is an easy question. Again, I don't know rough work. So Mohammed Samir, I don't know rough work. I have no idea. How will you do rough work? Which is why I'm telling to our online class people, use pen and paper. And make sure that pen and paper is not visible to the person who's seeing you. There is a person, there's no AI. There's a person looking at 12 people simultaneously. Okay, so that's Mukesh Singh asked a nice question. Again, you would have read it. Mukesh asked a very nice question, which even I would have ignored. Mukesh, you are right. And I honestly, I am not sure that TCS will be this smart like you are. You are very smart. And actually, you are this smart that even I have to go back and have to tell whatever I told you was wrong in this question. So Mukesh has pointed out that the question is how many comparisons should be performed. The question is not how many interchanges. The question is that, okay, A greater than B, or let's say not A of I is greater than A of I plus 1. And then this would be inside an if condition, right? So that is a comparison. So if there are 3 here, so there will be 3 comparisons. No, Mukesh, so in that case, let's have a look upon this. Let's have a look upon this as well. Right. So maybe the answer would not change, right? So I'll come here. So I'll compare 17 and 13. And then I will compare 17 and 2. So the answer will still remain the same. It will still be 2. True, but you're right. You are right here that they ask comparisons, not interchanges. So maybe in this particular case, if they would have asked this, so in this case, the answer would have had been 3. Why? Because there are 3 comparisons, but only 2 interchanges. Why? Because first you will be comparing 17 and 25, then you will be comparing 25 and 13, then you will be comparing 25 and 2. So there are 3 comparisons and 2 interchanges. However, in past 3, there are 1, 2. So 2 comparisons and interchanges are also 2 interchanges. So the answer does not change, but we were doing it wrongly. Or in fact, I was doing it wrongly. I did not read the question properly. Again, thanks for telling me. The answer somehow by Tukka was same. They're asking about comparisons, not interchanges. So in pass 2, there are 3 comparisons. In pass 1, there are 4 comparisons, right? So basic formula could be that pass 1, total number of elements minus 1. These number of comparison. In pass 2, total number of elements minus 2. Right? So basically, for any pass, the number of comparisons that we would be having would be n, that is total number of elements, minus the current pass you are in. So that is the direct formula for comparison. Guys, did you understand, the difference between comparison and interchange? We solved the question by mistake correctly, but we solved it incorrectly. And I'm not sure, maybe I doubt TCS here that by mistake they've written comparison, but they meant interchange. So it is up to you. Somehow both the answers are same in the case. Again, so I was at this particular question. So, this question is very easy. Obviously, the answer here is Gantt chart, right? Why? As I said, SDLC is coming. For all the people who are watching it for the first time, SDLC is coming, right? So when I see Gantt chart, I was thinking the TCS will not ask these complicated questions because this is very CSE type of question, right? So now in this particular case, additionally, for our online class students, I am telling you, and Royal Pass students, that you have to go and study UML diagrams also now. So just Google UML diagrams. UML full form is Unified Modeling Language, I think. Very back, 6 years back in my college. Yes, Unified Modeling Language. So again, just search it on Google. I'll not put the link. What are the different diagrams that are there? Are activity diagram, use case diagram, interactive diagram, timing diagram, state machine, communication sequence. You just have a look upon all of this very quickly. Class diagram, object diagram, component diagram, structure diagram, deployment diagram, package diagram, profile diagram. So in this case, this timing diagram, if you study, then you will know that, okay, Gantt chart is part of the timing diagram. Okay, so this is a CSE thing. I was thinking that they will not ask it, but now I have seen it. So again, the class diagram is the most important one. This is also a sort of Gantt chart, but with no overlap. So you have to just study it once. Again, this diagram is the most important. Class diagram is the most important. Class diagram is the most important. Maybe they'll give you a diagram. Right. Last year, I remember they asked a question about class diagram, which was not exactly from SDLC, but it was more or less regarding inheritance. So even if you did not know SDLC, you could have solved it. Okay. So let's have a look upon the next question, which is fairly easy. So also, I have not taken lecture as of now till now on graphs, as all the online class people would know. So that is something that I would be doing probably tomorrow or day after tomorrow. So, this is a topic that we've not covered. I think this is the only topic. We are left with greedy, knapsack, and uh, graphs in our online class. Not SDLC operating system ka concept hai. No, it is in both of them, honestly. So, for example, FCFS is also part of OS, and it is also part of, there's something that I remember, it was also called as COW, that is Computer Organization and Architecture, right? So some topics in computer science are part of 2 subjects. So similarly, this is also part of OS. This is also part of software engineering as well. Again, so what they meant was not OS. Obviously, OS is not coming in TCS. OS will not be coming in TCS, SDLC. That is. So again, even my team sent me a link for this. Let me open up that. I will have to open my Slack here again. So there's a very simple formula to do it. And in our online class also, I would be letting you know about it. Just give me a second so that all of this opens up. That page is very very important, not just for solving this particular graph type of question, but also there are a few formulas. So if you see, just very quickly, I'll just go through this page, that is preference stars page. Formulas are very very important in graphs and trees, right? So there's one particular page with all the formulas. So tree introduction, this page is very very important. I will say if you study this page at least in 6-7 slots, at least in 50% of those slots, you will have one question from this particular page, right? I'll just show you very quickly. This is like I'm helping you cheat, to be honest. Okay, this is a particular question that would be asked in TCS. I've told this to our online class students already, but I'm telling it again. So, there's a formula of number of edges is equals to number of nodes minus one. Very easy. There's one formula for, maximum number of nodes at any given level, maximum number of nodes in the whole tree based upon its height and depth and level. Then there's again formula based upon this height. So again, minimum number of nodes, there's a formula for log. So these kind of formulas are really, really important. I will open up one more page. Just give me a second. So this page is what I was talking about. Let me, put it here. So again, how should I be sending you this link? So I will put this link in the chat. The crash course price, I'll talk about that later. So there's this particular formula, that is VEF is equals to 2. How many people know about this formula? Again, I was supposed to teach this in our online classes. I guess tomorrow I will be teaching it. But there's Euler's formula for graphs. V minus E plus F is equals to 2. V is again, so let us copy paste. Now I'll write it for you. Okay. So now you solve this. So again, a lot of people, why maybe you studied for TCS and you did not know about this formula and all of this, is because you were studying on your own. You did not have any direction. Okay. So most important thing to join online classes, this direction, because we know what would be asked, what not would be asked. Faces are 3 plus 3, edges are 8 minus 5. 7. Right. So now it's very easy. It's part of discrete mathematics, not really. It is part of graphs. Again, it's part of discrete mathematics because it has everything to do with graphs also. But now you can obviously solve it. You're just supposed to put V is equals to 2 plus E minus F, right? So your values will become 2 plus edges are 8 minus 3 are the region. So again, it becomes 5 plus 2. So the answer becomes 7. Try check, at the rate Dream11 2020. So I guess you guys are talking to one another. Again, let's go ahead to one more question again. This was a little difficult for the people who did not know Java, but I don't think that it's something that cannot be solved. So these are the options. basically, if I look at this particular one, I will say out of these 10 questions, the cutoff was 8. 8 was the cutoff. 8. So again, last year's paper was much difficult than this. But then again, always we've mentioned one thing is TCS gives baby easy questions in their mock test. And then, so for example, they will give, okay, in the mock test, they'll give a question from which direction the sun rises, east. And then they will give, in the actual exam, sun rises in the east. One person is traveling at the speed of 5, calculate the mass of the sun. So, you get my analogy, right? Again, not exactly this, but the paper is that difficult in the actual exam that, you're like, okay, mock test should have had been difficult so that I would have been demotivated, but positively demotivated so that I study more. So, which is why whenever I come in our online classes, I always try to demotivate you a little. Why? Because if you're prepared for the worst, then you will have the best preparation. But if you're prepared that, okay, very easy, I know everything, then you will be not studying. Okay, so particularly, let's say I did not know Java, right? So in that case, I would have answered null in the case, right? Why? It's very easy. Again, basically the program is starting from PSVM, that is here. Again, in Java, the program starts from wherever you see public, static, void, main. So it's like int main, right? In int main, you have, let's say, printf here. So you call this function main.sample, right? So what does main.sample have? Main.sample has a ternary operator. And then ternary operator, as I said, that okay, if the condition is true, so it will implement the first one. If it is false, then it will implement the second one. Right. Now, let me run this particular program. Can we run it? I'm not sure. Okay, so these are the options. So let's run this first. Okay, and then I'll show you. So the answer here is not null. Obviously, a lot of you would think, what is the issue? One second. I think I know what the issue is. I'm trying to compile it in C++. This is the issue. Right. So as you can see here, the error that you will get is null pointer exception. Why? Because the system is like, how can I print null? I can't print null. You're asking me to print null here. How is this possible? Right. So let me, first thing is, answer is runtime error. You run, then only you get the error, right? Again, if I say false here, so let's see what happens. Just want to check. So let's say if I say false, so answer is 0. Why? Because false, ternary operator, it is 0. So it is printing 0. Now, how do you solve it? Now, there is something called as try and catch statement, right? So I'm not sure if I remember it correctly or not. So I will surround it in try and catch. First, I will change it to true. And in the catch, I will write, let me copy paste, I wrote it. So I'm just telling you how to solve it. It has no relation to the answer, to be honest, but you should know, right? In here, obviously you write null pointer exception, or just you can simply write E. Even this is also part of C and C++ as well. Not exactly, but yes. Right. So when I run this particular program, now it will be catching the exception, and we will be able to run the program particularly, and it will say null pointer exception caught. So as of now, we have made sure runtime error does not occur. Now, C and C++ people will also remember these try and catch statement, right? So here there are, basically exceptions like dividing by 0, arithmetic exception. There's null pointer exception in C++ or C. In Python, or sorry, in Java, similarly, you have this, whatever this said, right? That exception. Let me remove try. So null pointer exception or whatever it says. What do you say? Okay, actually in Java also it says null pointer exception. Okay. So that's pretty much about this. Again, you need a basic knowledge of Java. Very basic. This was very easy if you actually think, even if you don't know Java, if you actually think in a parallel way that okay, you are null is something like divide by 0. So you can't print null, right? Again, so this is something that is required for me to do by the company because we have 80 employees now. So again, how do you still prepare for TCS? Join the crash course with all the videos being available to you after the TCS is completed, and then before TCS, it's a very shorter version of the course that will help you to prepare for TCS in an effective manner. You will also get certificates from C and C++ as well and DSA as well. Right. So make sure the link again is in the description below. Again, the course is made so that you can still, let's say if you were going to score, let's say 5 marks, the course is made so that okay, maybe yes, we know that you're not going to complete the syllabus in this less time, but how can you go from 5 to let's say 7 or 6 to let's say 8? So that is what is more important, right? If you do well, right, so in that case you will get selected. So again, crash course is something you can join, or you can go ahead and join prime mock from Prepinsta. Again, the price we've decreased for that as well. It's 599. So you can practice all the previous year papers. Again, there are a few, not few, all the websites, incorrect questions of TCS apart from Prepinsta. And then there's one more website that has Prepinsta in it. So these are the only two genuine websites. Apart from that, all the websites have wrong fake questions. Some of those questions are copied from Prepinsta. We ourselves have removed those questions because those were 3 years old, but these guys are teaching you and giving you in their PDFs, right? So again, TCS Prime mock, or you can go ahead and join Royal Pass, right? So Royal Pass would be the best case scenario if you want to prepare. So let's say Wipro would be hiring Capgemini, Accenture, and all of these off-campus, right? So Royal Pass would be the best, right? So let's take up questions here. Certificate for the courses, you have to email us on support@prepinsta.com and you will get the certificate. Okay, so let's talk about pen and paper here. Pen and paper, I am saying, our online class students, I am giving you the permission to use pen and paper in the exam, but do not get caught using it. Do not use WhatsApp and all these cheating methodologies. Use pen and paper. It's very stupid to write on the rough paper that is given to you on the screen. You will do nothing but waste time there. I've tried it myself, right? So just like I am doing it right here. So, you can try avoiding to looking down too much, but I have a pen here. I have my thing here, right? So you can write like this, and for example, let's say I'm not okay. So for example, where is it? Why I'm not able to write? Okay, the color of the pen is white with a cross. For example, 2x plus 3y is equals to 40. 4x plus 4y is equals to 30. 10, blah, 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 blah. Right, under root 2. So solve like this, please, in the exam. Again, obviously you will be looking down while coding. I don't know how you will be coding. Obviously you will need to look down while coding. TCS says you cannot look down. At least that is what not our partner colleges have told us, that this is what the message some TCS HR floated to us. So I may be wrong here. If your college has also told you the same thing, maybe your TPO is very good and they are telling, maybe your TPO is very boring and they don't tell you anything. They're like, okay, students will get placed, we'll see, not won't get placed, whatever. Right. Yes, for crash course you will get certificates. Unboxing kab kariyega? Somebody remembers that I have to do unboxing. I don't have the laptop as of now. I'll open Flipkart and we will see where my order is. Where is orders in Flipkart? So I have ordered it already. The expected delivery is 23rd. So my laptop is slow. I will get a better laptop. So as of now, it is in Farooq Nagar. My laptop is in Farooq Nagar. So again, I am very shocked to see this that people are like, okay, do unboxing of your laptop. Okay, Farooq Nagar is in Haryana near Gurugram. Okay, it'll come soon. It'll come in 1 or 2 days. Right. So unboxing, can't do unboxing. Could you please share the DRC file? So if you're part of our online class or Prime video course or Prime mock course, you will get it. Additionally, one more thing, I'm not sure if I have downloaded it on this one as of yet or not. We have already sent you TCS digital, all the questions, all. So there were 6, 7 slots of TCS digital 1 month back whenever the exam happened. So there are like, we have seen last year also that TCS digital exam questions were repeated again in TCS Ninja. Maybe this year it won't happen because TCS knows that students have all of these questions. But we have sent these 2 PDFs to all the online class students as well for additional practice. So make sure that you practice these questions as well. Why? Because maybe these questions will not be asked, but these questions would be very important. So for example, slot 3 to 6 here, slot 1 to 2 is here, right? So again, all the online class students, have you gotten it? Can you tell me, guys? Did you get this PDF in the Slack and the WhatsApp group and in the Telegram groups? I'm talking about the online class students. This PDF is very important for all of it. Only online class students will get it. We send some other PDF also for everyone, but this PDF is much more important. Only our online class and Prime video get it. So Uma is saying we got that. One person is saying. Okay, yes. So again, solve all of these questions importantly. Questions may not be repeated this year, but were repeated last year from this, the TCS digital question were repeated in TCS Ninja or TCS NQT exam again. This year, they won't be repeated, obviously, because the TCS knows that, we are having this PDF and TCS knows that everybody has this PDF, but the pattern would be more or less the same. So there are like 200 questions in these 2 PDFs. So you're supposed to practice it. Thank you, Mehul, for the laptop. No. I'm talking about people who are part of our Prime Video and Royal Pass course only. Only these people will get this PDF. Again, as I told, I'm taking the live lecture rather than, just for our online classes and Prime Video students. I'm taking it on YouTube for everybody today. Right. So again, how do you get all of this? You could join courses, right? Obviously, some people who are of our online classes will get something extra. We can't give everything to everybody, right? So either join crash course, you'll get this PDF and much more, or join Prime Mock. Crash course is essentially, a lot of people are asking this doubt. So first, we will give you approximately 40. Just give me 1 second. We will give you approximately 40 hours of videos for TCS. Once TCS exam is done, then we will unlock the whole course that has 200 plus hours of videos. Why we are giving less? For your own benefit, that you don't get deviated and you only study the most important topics. But if you feel that, okay, you want this 200 plus hours of videos on the first day itself, you buy it. You will be added to a Telegram group. You can tell our team there, and then they will unlock it pre-hand for you. Along with that, this C++, C, and DSA certificates, you will get it. Validity of this crash course is 3 months. normal validity of our Prime Video and Royal Pass is 1 year. Right. So obviously you pay less, so you get the validity for less number of months. 3 months is also good, right? I am a Prime member, but I did not get. Are you? Are you in the WhatsApp group? If all Prepinsta subscribers send me ₹1, I can even buy a MacBook Pro. Again, in center also. So TCS has not said that okay, in center rules would be different, so it will be the same for in center people also. Co-cubes versus AMCAT versus Elite Much, which will to give? Give co-cubes. Do not give AMCAT, wastage of money. Burn that money, to be honest. Because they will then call you that, okay, take AMCAT premium, else you will only get sales job. Right? AMCAT don't give. Give co-cubes. First important priority, give e-litmus. A lot of people will think that, okay, AMCAT is used by Wipro, Cognizant and all of these companies a lot. But then these companies generally, Wipro doesn't hire off campus, basically based on your AMCAT scores. Right. So they use AMCAT for hiring on campus, but they don't use these scores for hiring via AMCAT scores. So again, give co-cubes, give co-cubes, give co-cubes, and then maybe give e-litmus. When will TCS conduct its NQT for 2019 batch? It's conducting it already for you. What is wrong? Do I have to complete the videos to get the certificates? Actually, yes. 50% of the videos you have to complete to get the certificates. If you don't complete, obviously 100% of it, we are fine with it, but at least 50. TCS email ID, please. Ion dot. Can somebody tell me the TCS email ID, please, in the comment section? Please email TCS one email everybody. So TCS NQT. Let's say Google it. Huh? 404 error is coming. So 404 error is coming as of now on TCS website. Okay, one person said. So there are two people who gave the email ID. So I'll also copy paste it for you. So these are the two email ID. Email on both of them to resolve all of your issues. Take a screenshot of it. There are two email IDs, I guess. We've sent both of them. Okay, so one more thing here is a lot of DRC and IRC issues are solvable. So, just go to prepinsta.com/telegram. Half of these people we have been able to help to solve these DRC and IRC issues because they were doing wrongly. So on our Telegram, there are approximately 1 lakh people in different Telegrams. So if you join for 2021, let's say there are 20,000 people on one group, 20,000 people on another group. So right. So you join this Telegram group, post your doubts here, and other people who have already solved their doubts would be replying to you. Right. So join our Telegram. The URL is prepinsta.com/telegram. So Telegram is like 20,000 people. You can chat with 20,000 people, just like how you are chatting here. So it is good. Like 20,000 in one 2021 batch, 20,000 in another 2021 batch. So approximately 40,000 people are there. So what is the price for crash course? I forgot. 799 as of now. Right, and then again, 100% refund policy is there. So either Prime Mock or Crash Course, whatever you. With Crash Course, you already get Prime Mock completely free, so it's better that you buy. Sir, I am not eligible to give CoQs. What should I do? You are 2019 batch, is it? 604 is a decent score, but it depends upon your sectional marks as well. So if you're not able to clear sectional cutoff, let's say you have poor marks in English. So, we shot one video with CoCubes. Go ahead and check that video. These were official people, uh, you know, the, very good people from TCS. I guess Manish shot about it. So just check that video. What that person is also saying here is because, we are partnered with most companies, including CoCubes. Right. So CoCubes, Prepinsta, let's say you Google or you search on YouTube. So there is one video that we shot with CoCubes in our office a few months ago. So you go ahead and check that video. In that particular video, we've covered everything about, what should be the right marks, what should be the cutoff, how CoCubes, how different companies use CoCubes marks. For example, this is the video that we shot with them. No, 2019 people cannot give CoCubes, I think.
Hi there. I invite you to apply for the PG Diploma program in Data Science by IIIT Bangalore in collaboration with UpGrad. A few quick points on why you should choose this program are cut.
So this is like a 25-minute video that we shot with them. So you go ahead and check this one.
Good news to students, and I guess you guys should start preparing.
So he's the national head of CoCubes.
Companies have started.
Sir, when can we get CTL, STL, all topics formula PDF for quantitative portion? We've not sent any such PDF for all topics formula, but we've sent a PDF to our online class students for C++ STL already. Maybe ask on Telegram again. Ask people on Telegram again. So that's pretty much about it, guys. Essentially, I would be solving doubts for all the people who have doubts. But apart from that, I've majorly finished this session. So, I'll just play this video once again for all of you. And other people can leave. Somebody who has doubt can stay. Okay, so one person is asking about, what is the benefits of Royal Pass? So Royal Pass, as I've already told you, is Royal Pass is you get complete access to Prepinsta's website. So, all the TCS, Infosys, Wipro, Cognizant, IBM, etc., courses, AMCAT, CoCubes, Litmus, TCS, and all of these courses, C++, Java, Python, data structures in all the 4 languages, all of this, competitive coding courses, data science and machine learning and web development, front end and back end. These are the courses that we are launching next month. So as soon as they are launched, you don't have to pay anything. You will get all of these courses plus certificates in them if you complete them. Right. So that is the benefits of Royal Pass. Again, final year project also you could do with one of these certification courses. There would be projects also in all of these courses. You can show all of these projects as well. Right. So it would be helpful in all of them, more or less. Right. And apart from that, there's, interview preparation. So essentially one course to rule them all. just like the Lord of the Rings, we say. So essentially, you buy one course, all the things that you need as in final year student you get for each and every different company. Tell me if Python 3 is allowed in TCS NQT or not. Python 3 is not allowed. Python 2.7 is allowed. Also, one more thing is, God help you if you are using Python. Anybody who's in our online class of or Royal Pass course, you should not use Python in the course. If I find somebody using or Python in the TCS exam, I will personally call you, I will find you, and I will kill you. You should not be using Python. Why? Python maybe C++, Java compiler may work. I'm not saying will work. May work. Python compiler definitely will not work. Last 2 years we've been saying the same thing. We saw the same thing in the mock test also. Their compiler does not work. You will solve the question. Let's say you solve the question in 13 minutes. 15 minutes are there. Now the code doesn't work. You have 2 minutes to again rewrite the same code in Java or C or C++. You will not be able to do so. Why? It's not your fault. It is because TCS compiler doesn't work. In Python, it's even worse. Take the risk of coding in Python if you want. Right. I'm just telling to our online class people. Sir, can we request exam center to provide pen and paper if your student asks for it? TCS has said the rough work has to be done on rough area only, and you should not be looking down. You should not be putting your head down. They have mentioned it. Again, they did not mention it like, okay, you can use pen and paper in center, right? So it means that you cannot use pen and paper both in center and also in home test as well, right? So again, very, very important for all of you. You cannot use pen and paper. You cannot look down on the screen. Sorry. Uh, you cannot put your head down also. And again, also one more thing is the compiler takes 2 minutes to compile. So let's say there is a 15-minute question. An average student will compile 2 or 3 times. So make sure that half of the time of the code you have to compile. Let's say you forgot to put a semicolon. You compile it. After 2 minutes, it doesn't compile. And then you're like, okay, I forgot to use the semicolon. Then you compile it again. So it will take 4 minutes just to put a colon. Calculator is there in TCS NQT, but generally you will see in the exam that, okay, you will open it, but you will not use it. So you'll click upon calculator, but you will not use the calculator. It's useless. The kind of questions that are there would not be solved with the help of the calculator. Giveaway, giveaway, giveaway. There is no giveaway for this video. How many questions will be asked from topics like profit and loss, ages, blood relations? So I guess Manish is the correct one to answer that. So maybe he'll come live tomorrow or day after, then you ask him that. Do I need to watch the videos to get the certificate? He needs to watch 50% of the videos to get the certificate in C, C++, Java, and data structures from Prep and stuff. Sir, what will be the question asked in the Manya Pandey? I have created one video. You check our YouTube channel, TCS syllabus. They've given 4 topics, but we've decoded that topics. If you actually decode that, there are not 4 topics. There are 16, 17 topics in TCS exam in the aptitude section itself, right? So there is one video. We took a video called as TCS syllabus change maybe 2 days before. There's one more video that I took about TCS syllabus change approximately 1 week before. Go ahead and watch that video. Or whatever is mentioned on Prep Insta website about the syllabus is correct. Royal Pass and Prime Video, what is the difference? So Prime Video is like TCS Prime Video course. So there's a course. If you buy, so then let's say Infosys, so you have to buy or TCS Infosys Prime Video course. Then let's say Accenture, you have to buy Infosys Prime Accenture Prime Video course. So every company has its own Prime Video course, right? Or online course, which we call as Prime Video, right? Now, if let's say you want a package of all the courses that are there on Prep Insta, so there's something called as Royal Pass. Again, all the links are in the description. So you get all the classes, all the certificate courses of C, C++, Python, Java, machine learning, AI, front end, back end, TCS, Infosys, AMCAT, CoCubes, etc., etc. All that as a one package. That is Royal Pass. So in fact, 50% of the people buy Royal Pass and rest 50%, let's say 20 by TCS, 20 by Infosys, 10 by Accenture, something like that. But half of our people buy Royal Passes. So I was not able to find the area to write my code during mock test. What should I be done in that case? Yukta, I did not understand your question. Will we get error specification like other compilers? No. One more thing is, let's say, and this is very weird, in TCS, they will not tell you where your error is. In all the compilers that I've seen ever in the world, they tell you that, okay, in line number 7, there is incompatible, let's say, data type or some pointer error, or let's say line bracket closed is not there. Let's say, basically whatever is the error. Maybe you forgot to use the semicolon. So error in line 7 about semicolon. In TCS compiler, you don't get that. Again, at least you were not getting that till 2 days before. Maybe they added it today. I don't know. Right. Maybe they'll come to me, Atulya, you said this in the video. I checked it 2 days before, it was not there. It is there now. I don't know. So 2 days before it was not there. Right. So again, TCS compiler as of 2 days before does not tell you errors. It only tells that, okay, are the test cases passing or not? Who is Mayank sir? Are the chances there for postponement of the exam? I'll say that mostly the exam will not get postponed. Why? If let's say TCS postpones the exam, crores and crores of rupees would be loss for them. So they will avoid postponing the exam. But let's say last two years, both of the times the exam was postponed. Right. So, just whenever you're making booking for flight or travel or train, just keep this in your mind that, okay, it may change. Maybe. So you will know by tomorrow or day after. If you don't get to know by tomorrow or day after, then exam dates are same. 99.9% exam dates are same only. But maybe 1%. Because again, if I were in TCS's position, I would have changed the dates of the exam. But maybe there's a pressure about losing a lot of crores and crores of rupees of money, which is why they may not change it. But more or less, there's issue. First of all, even if you fix IRC and DRC issues and login issues, there is a compiler issue. You're asking people to compile in your coding program and your compiler does not work. A plus B also doesn't work. I tried it. I made a video as a proof also. And we sent it to our online class students that, okay, see, A plus B is not working in TCS compiler. So, you don't know. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work for no reasons at all. Nuclear Teddy, it shouldn't happen. Maybe just do one thing, if you already have a Royal Pass, so maybe you are going to the buy page again. Okay, so that's exactly what mistake you are doing, Nuclear. So what you're doing is, let's say you bought it, so you're going to the page wherein you are supposed to buy it again. Rather than that, you're supposed to go to my profile, my courses, right? And under my courses, you will be able to find, just click upon, for example, so let's say Infosys. So you're clicking on click here to access or buy here. So you're clicking on buy here. So which is why it's going to the buy page again. You're supposed to click here. And then if you click here, then it will go to the page wherein the videos are. Even in C, A plus B did not work. Sapan, where is this person? Suhes Hosali is saying A plus B did not work. Yes, Suhail, I know. It's very bad that they are asking to you to code and while their compiler doesn't work. I particularly think that TCS should fix their compiler. Even if they obviously they will be able to fix their issues with IRC, DRC, and all of this, but I'm not sure that they will be. I think that they even that they are in a world wherein they think that their compiler has zero issues. The compiler has humongous issues. If you want to add two numbers, the code of adding two numbers does not work as said by multiple people in the chat. So again, be cautious. Just pray to God that okay, somehow your code works in TCS. That's what you can do. Is it necessary to do DRC? Yes, it is. Not really, but yes, it is. Why? Because let's say you start giving the exam on the actual date. Maybe some antivirus pop-up comes, right? And then they close your that okay, you were cheating. So you're supposed to disable that. So IRC and DRC will tell you all of these issues, right? So you need to do it beforehand because let's say because this is what happened with a lot of people who gave digital exam. They started to give the exam. 503 errors were coming. After 20 minutes, when they logged in, rather than the exam starting from 0 minutes, the exam started from 16, 17 minutes. My younger brother who was giving exam, it happened with him also. My younger brother is in final year of college, right? So his English section said that, okay, you have 4 minutes left. And he was like, what is my fault? 503 errors was coming. My internet was working fine. The server was there. So there's issue with the server. So he told me that obviously they will give me chance to give the exam again because that was their error. But they did not. So again, maybe this happens in the NQT exam as well. So you be prepared. Again, TCS people will listen to this and then they will get angry whatever Atulya is saying. But then again, I need to tell all of you that this may happen so that you are prepared for it. So that IRC, DRC you complete on time. So that you do your DRC and run the code and maybe try to find a figure, a way somewhere around, some jugaad way to okay, code runs if you do this jugaad in the compiler of TCS. First of all, Weber Prasad, you're using wrong English. I did not got is wrong English. I did not get. You cannot use two third forms. Again, you are sitting for TCS, you do not know how to write a simple sentence. Email TCS, maybe they will reply. I am a Prime member, please add me to the WhatsApp group. So if you're a Prime member, what you need to do is you were not added to the WhatsApp group because you did not follow the instructions. Again, the same thing that you're supposed to do. You're supposed to go to my orders. From my orders, there would be a PDF with instructions. Download that PDF. In the PDF, there will be a link to a WhatsApp group. Right. So example, click upon how to access here. A PDF will download. In that PDF, the link to WhatsApp group will be there. Manya, I have no idea. I think both questions in 45 minutes. I think. I'm not. Email TCS. Every issue, email TCS. You keep on asking us, maybe I have right information, maybe I have wrong information. So I'm telling based upon my knowledge, I could be wrong, which is why, even if I say something, you always cross check with the TCS website. Oh, guys, thank you. Bye bye. Thank you, all of you. Again, join our Prime Video courses, guys. I'm not saying because, we'll get some benefit. I'm saying that, a lot of you are still unprepared. It'll really help you. Again, there's 100% refund policy. You don't like it, you get the refund, right? So there's no harm, or maybe not ours, maybe somebody else's, right? So thank you. All the best. I'll see you up ahead in the next time when I'll be coming.